You guys are amazing, okay? Keep up the hard work. No matter who goes against you, you're right, okay? You're doing everything that you can via your country and how you are supposed to grow. Don't care less.
At the recent ECOWAS Council of Ministers meeting in Freetown, Sierra Leone, the ministers declared their full support for Ghana's petition to the African Union against xenophobia and Afrophobia in South Africa.
The United Nations gives about 500 and something million rands to different refugee organizations. We don't know where they spend that money from. There's Malawians stuck outside here that should be going home.
And when we were telling them, it's not wise to build in a foreign land, they thought it's a joke. Yes, go to other countries, because we do have got South Africans that are in other countries legally. You won't see them forming organizations or in those countries and taking governments of those countries to court. South Africans are well-behaved people.
Some African countries are threatening to cut supplies to South Africa. And the question is, what supplies?
That South Africa cannot be the solution to all of Africa and Asia's humanitarian problems.
Somebody you've been asking to leave, the person refuses to go. What is the best way to get them to go? Is it not by screaming, shouting? For me, or if it is in my house, by I'll force you out. If I know that calling the police on you, you would rather bribe the police and stay back than go. If I have to drag your bags out, I'll drag it outside. You will go. I don't think this is all about the undocumented immigrant. I think something is wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, this video would be long. I hope you watch it. I appreciate you for clicking. So let us begin the video, and then I'll see you later in the video.
At the recent ECOWAS Council of Ministers meeting in Freetown, Sierra Leone, the ministers declared their full support for Ghana's petition to the African Union against xenophobia and Afrophobia in South Africa. That support is necessary because no African should be attacked, humiliated, or denied basic services simply because they moved to another African country. But here is the uncomfortable part of this conversation. African leaders are reacting to the consequences of their own failures while avoiding the question of why so many young people are leaving home in the first place. Why are African youths crossing dangerous borders, accepting exploitation, and risking their lives in search of greener pastures? It is not because they suddenly stopped loving their countries. Many are leaving because jobs are scarce, salaries cannot meet basic needs, businesses are struggling, insecurity is rising, corruption blocks opportunities, and public services are failing. So yes, South Africa must confront xenophobia and protect migrants, but African governments must also confront the conditions driving mass migration. You cannot fail to create opportunities for your young people, watch them live in desperation, and then only become vocal when they are attacked abroad. That is reacting to the results while ignoring the cause. ECOWAS should support Ghana's petition, but it should also demand accountability from African governments whose failures are pushing their citizens out in such large numbers. Migration should be a choice, not an escape from hopelessness. So while African leaders are asking South Africa to protect African migrants, they must also ask themselves a more difficult question. What are we doing to make our young people believe they still have a future at home?
Some African countries are threatening to cut supplies to South Africa. And the question is, what supplies? We already don't have water. We already are experiencing a shortage of electricity. And we've learned to drink coffee without sugar. Does this not tell you how resilient we are? So at this point, cut, take, it's nothing they haven't taken from us already. We'll be okay. We'll be fine.
So I know my opinion is unpopular, but I am firmly of the belief that South Africa cannot be the solution to all of Africa and Asia's humanitarian problems. We can't be. There needs to be another solution. And I know that there are two countries in Africa that wants to go and complain to the Big Daddy AU about us. Hulle moet gaan Hulle moet gaan asseblief, please go and make your case there at the AU, because clearly you are more obsessed with what we are doing in our country than all the evil that is going on in your own country. So by all means, go and do that. And one of the comments that I got on this video that I made about our young people that needs to be back in these casual and weekend jobs, you know, the waitressing and those kinds of jobs. Someone said that, no, the young people today are too spoiled and they don't want to do that kind of work. You know, it's above them to go and work at McDonald's flipping burgers or whatever. And I am sorry to disagree with that opinion, because I cannot think that a matriculant sitting at home from Delft or Westbank or Bonteheuwel, Mitchell's Plain, would not grab the opportunity, if given, to do a casual job, a retail job. And I will always be of the opinion, always, that there is no need for a foreigner to do any form of unskilled labor in South Africa with a 40% unemployment rate among our youth. Daar is geen rede vir dit nie. So, call me what you want, maar dat is nou net my opinion.
Did you know that before 2009, South Africans used to enjoy visa-free travel to the UK? You could just book your flight and fly to England if you wanted to. But since 2009, we are now required to apply for visas when traveling to the UK. Why, you may wonder? It is because there were a lot of forged travel documents. There were a lot of fake South African passports that were entering the UK from third-party countries. This also resulted in a lot of other countries becoming a lot more stricter when it comes to South Africans and traveling to those countries. Yeah, I need you to sit with that.
And in many ways, people flooding across into our country because of the crisis being created by our SADC neighbours. And instead of South Africa using its position in the region as a powerhouse and putting these countries on terms, we're just taking in all these people, many of whom are leaving these countries to exploit a very weak criminal justice system in South Africa that is incapable of dealing with people who are found to be breaking our laws. So with the greatest respect to our neighbours, their concerns are meaningless to the South African people, because their problems are being brought into South Africa in very large numbers, and they're doing nothing about it themselves, even though we're the ones having to pay for it. I actually saw the statistic, actually referred to the 100,000 odd people that are being deported, which is a drop in the ocean compared to what actually needs to happen. That costs us 300 million rand a year that we spend not educating South African people, not providing health care like for real says we should be doing better than we are, and I agree, we should be. But we're spending it sending people back to where they came from, and that's a real waste of public money. From that point of view, I think our neighbours need to be doing a hell of a lot more, and the era of quiet diplomacy needs to change.
The United Nations gives about 500 and something million rands to different refugee organizations. We don't know where they spend that money from. There's Malawians stuck outside here that should be going home. Where are those NGOs and NPOs now? Why are they not giving that same money that they get from foreign agencies to transport those Malawians that are sitting out here, instead of creating a humanitarian crisis for South Africa where we have to feed people, give them a place to stay every single day? It's money that's being spent there. So I'm calling again NGOs and NPOs that are funded. Can the Department of Social Development account for where that money is going and what they are using that money for?
And when we were telling them, it's not wise to build in a foreign land, they thought it's a joke. Yes, go to other countries, because we do have got South Africans that are in other countries legally. You won't see them forming organizations or in those countries and taking governments of those countries to court. South Africans are well-behaved people globally. You won't see South Africans flooding foreign prisons where they are expecting citizens of those countries to feed them like we are doing in South Africa. Now, how can you go Nigeria, you won't find even 10 South Africans in their prison. But now we've got thousands of them in our prisons, and the taxpayer is forced to feed them. Now we are taking over that job.
As a matter of fact, it's not making sense to me that we Africans are putting this much energy into fighting one country that is saying, for now, you have to go if you do not have documents. I honestly don't understand why we are doing this. Do you know that if the government of Ghana should go to Nigeria today with planes, there are a lot of Ghanaians that are willing to hop in, run. In fact, they're not even willing to take anything. They just want to go back home. Why aren't we even concerned about those? Vasa, there are so many Nigerians on the streets of Accra, Ghana. Some of them want to go home. Why are we not investing these energies on helping our people here in the West? This is beyond the issue of undocumented migrant in South Africa. Maybe there's something else going on behind the scene, because I'm yet to understand why we are this angry that South Africa asks our people to go home. I mean, as a father, a mother, the best thing that happens to you ever when your child tells you, I'm returning. I don't think this is about the undocumented immigrant in South Africa. It might just be something else, because we have supposed to have moved past here already. Number one, our people are wrong to have remained in South Africa. Even when their papers has expired, you try renewing, and you see that 2-3 months of trying is not working. You should have understood that it might never work. But our people ended up there 10 years, 15 years, 100 years, and we are still defending them. We are still saying that we are not happy. What is the best way to send somebody who is refusing to leave your house, somebody you've been asking to leave? The person refuses to go. What is the best way to get them to go? Is it not by screaming, shouting? For me, if it is in my house, I'll force you out. If I know that calling the police on you, you would rather bribe the police and stay back than go. If I have to drag your bags out, I'll drag it outside. You will go. I don't think this is all about the undocumented immigrant. I think something is wrong. But you know what? Dear South Africans, Black Americans has a message for you. Let us take a look at that really quick.
Oh, Lord. Okay, this is a special shout out to my South Africans. I saw y'all. I've read the messages. I've been to South Africa, okay, but I think I went to like touristy parts and things like that. But I've had good and bad with South Africans, and that's okay, because everybody is like that. But what I want y'all to know is we've been doing this shit for decades. Okay, I am Black American. This is my home. This is where my lineage is. No, I did not come from a slave trade. It's only 3% of Black Americans that actually, or Africans that came here. So it's a big story. But what I need you guys to do, because y'all new to this, y'all are a budding country when it comes to this stuff. Stay true to it. Stay true to it. And y'all been doing y'all damn thing, okay? Don't let nobody else, and I know that you guys are loving, you guys are giving, and you guys really gave me a lot of more information than what I would have received by myself. So you guys are doing great, but be sure to gatekeep. Be sure to not let everybody else oh yeah, we accept you, and because I got a few names. I have a name here. But because that's my culture and all of that stuff. But you guys were so sweet with that. But be sure to gatekeep your thing, okay? Whoever calls you anything other than my hair looks crazy. Actually, it looks beautiful. I have a tree. But be sure to make sure that other people cannot bypass you. Don't be so loving and giving. You guys are great. Okay? You guys are giving. You guys are loyal. You guys are awesome. But make sure that does not be you don't get taken advantage of. Okay? Because we've been going through this shit for decades. Okay, we've been arguing people down. People have been arguing us down and all that stuff. Like, it's a lot. Okay, so I'm looking forward to what y'all done said a lot of things like nativephobia. Excuse me. Nativephobia is where you are discriminatory basically against the natives there, and we already have a Native Americans, even though them bitches are Siberian Huskies. I'm just saying, but like, even though we have that, we definitely, we are the originals. We are the people that was here. Yes, we have Jerusalem. Yes, we have Egypt. We are the first, well, we are the first place. So whatever anybody else make up, and I know it's hard to, why the fuck am I going on? Anyway, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I look forward to us growing together. You guys are amazing, okay? Keep up the hard work. No matter who goes against you, you're right, okay? You're doing everything that you can via your country and how you are supposed to grow. Don't care less about what they say and what they do, okay? You guys got it.
Exactly. You must not relent. You must not give up on fixing your country, because you keep giving and giving until you have nothing left to give. The same people you have been giving to will still complain that you are a bad person. So already, now that you are tired of giving, we think you are bad. So be bad. Make sure we go. All the people that have left South Africa are not up to 1 million people. All the foreign nationals